And there we go. Hello, my name is Shiro. Everything's going well here. Okay, I just saw something flash. There. So, I'm just going to post the rules real quick and then we're going to do the intro. It's always important to post the rules. Now, my name is Shiro, I'm a comic artist, and what we usually do on this Sunday live stream, if this is your first time here, usually what we do, I talk a little bit about what happened in the past week, as best I can artistically, but I can't art all the frickin' time. I wish I could. And then we move on and we watch me draw the weekly Bootleg cookie comic. After nearly 9 years, I still have ideas. I have a hilarious family, is what I'm saying. So, well, this week, we all know I'm doing this cheap watercolor challenge. Because one, it forces me to practice my watercolor. And two, it forces me to practice questionable quality of watercolor. And I'm doing my best, and because we finished the Chrono Trigger cast last week, this week I started with Ryu from Breath of Fire 1, so I will be doing the playable cast of Breath of Fire 1. I have the game. Some older gamers would probably go, oh yeah, I bet you got the Game Boy Advance remakes. No, I have the actual cartridges. And with some really lovely reproduction boxes from Retro Cases. Let me check real quick. Not sponsored. But I will drop the link in the chat. If only because they do good work. Oh, they changed their website. For the better, mind you. Retro Game Cases. Not sponsored, I just like their products. I got a repro box for my copies of Breath of Fire 1, Breath of Fire 2, I believe I have Breath of Fire 2. Yes, I do. Yes. Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy 4. Yes, I do, because I saw them both on the website where I usually buy my old games, and they were together, and I remembered, like, the year before they had them together, and when I saw them together on the website, I was like, oh my god, it's a sign. It's a sign from Lord Mario. And I got them both for a decent price. Now if I could find a website that does reproduction manuals, that would be nice. I would like to have the manual to Illusion of Gaia. Not that I forgot the name, but for some reason lately I am stuck on the European version of the game. Like, I only remember Illusion of Time when I mean Illusion of Gaia. Same game, different name, and I'm not European, so I should be remembering Illusion of Gaia. And I'm almost done with my Chrono Trigger cart on the first play, but I am absolutely struggling at Lavos. I feel I need to level up just a little bit more, because here's the thing. I do have equips that prevents Confuse, and Confuse is actually my worst enemy in this battle. I'm at the second form. The first form was not that difficult, actually. But the problem is, the equip is supposed to protect me from Confuse, and sometimes it fails. And, like, I had both his arms down, and I almost had him. But then he cast a Confuse spell, and all three of us were confused. And that's when he just chained the attacks. And then the second time I tried to take him, same thing but faster. So, put him down for a while, and I went for the update to Spirit Tea. But artistically, yesterday I did some cleaning, and I need to do a lot more in here, but now you're probably asking yourself, what the fuck? What does this have to do with art? This is Twilight. Generation 1 Twilight. She was not in my collection originally. And my friend Edge sent her to me from a garage sale market where he found her. Like, he was showing me, like he always does, and I appreciate him for it because there's not a lot of garage sales around here anymore. He was showing me the insides of toy boxes. And I recognized her right away. Like, literally, she was like this in the photo, no tail. She had no tail originally. And I was like, oh my god, that's Twilight. She's not in my collection. So he bought her and sent her to me. And she was absolutely covered in dirt. And of course, as I said, no tail. And I just happened... I just happened to have some leftover doll hair from an older project that I never finished because it was just not going well at all. So I used that, and as you can, I don't know if you guys can see, it's actually easier to see like on the photos I posted on Instagram. Her tail is like slightly blonde. Her hair is white. Her tail is slightly blonde. And it's a little thin to my liking, but it is my first retailing, so I'm not exactly complaining either. She looks great and clean, and she's ready to enter my collection. And I'm very happy with her. I had to boil her, so I had to boil her and actually to use an X-Acto around here because the plastic was melted together. Because I actually needed to decapitate her so I could have access to her inside, remove the original washer that was dingling in there, and then I was able to pull her tail from the outside to the inside, secure it, and then pull it back out, and now we have a brand new tail on this pony. It just feels weird to me to be able to twist a G1's head because all my G1s have like stuck necks. Not one of them can do this. And I know why, because they did melt a little bit of the neck together and they literally can't frickin' move. So she's a first. She's not my first Twilight, of course. I have Twilight from Twilight Sparkle from G4. But like I don't have G1 Applejack, for example. I do have G3 Rainbow Dash, so there's that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself, and she's gonna go in my collection right after this. Like he sent me a box. She came with a couple bootleg ponies and like this gigantic movie Luigi. And this tiny Luigi, about this big, he's like Polly Pocket size. He's that big. And there was also a G5 Izzy Moonbow, I believe her name is. I didn't watch G5. You don't like the shows? I just like plastic horses, okay? And I at least scrubbed all the dirt that was on Izzy, but I'm going to wait until I have some rollers on hand because her hair is frizzy, but at the same time it still has tons of her factory curls, and I don't want to accidentally straighten all that out, so I'm going to wait until I have curlers, so as soon as I'm done washing and conditioning her hair and tail, going to recurl that real quick. And then she'll be good to go in my collection. So now I'm going to scoot that over there so I can actually see what I'm doing over here. Not you. Ah, there you are. Yeah, much better. Oh, I got scared for a half a second there. I recognize the thumbnail on my music player, and I was like, oh my god, has the same song been looping? No, it's the same album, but it's a different song. I was like, ah! Because as some of you know, I cannot hear the music. No, I don't want Art Nouveau. I want... There we go. I have a lot of registered actions that I found. I don't use them a lot, except maybe the one that I made, Illustration Basics. It's basically a set of actions that just gives me the basic layers that I like to work with, either with illustrations or comics. Now, of course, we make sure we draw on the correct layer before we start, and then we start. Where the heck is my... There we go. Temporarily lost my mouse for half a second there. One thing I like a lot about my tablet is that it's such a simple shape. The corners are actually rounded, but then we'll have even less visuals about what the heck I'm working on. Also, we would like to thank Annan for giving us another percentage on the current Artex marker project. We are now funded up to 22%. Thank you, Annan. Wait, am I on... Oh yeah, I'm still on multiple layers. Okay. Been using multiple layers for another project. I do like the multiple layers eraser, but you gotta keep in mind, either you hide the layers that you don't want to affect, or you lock them. And then the multiple layer eraser works like It's so good. I usually use it for like when I use the CMYK coloring method, where I have a blue layer, a yellow layer, and a magenta layer, and a black layer, of course. But then I need to erase the entire color. That's where I really like the multiple layers eraser. Also, no wonder my default font is back issues. Look at the way I'm sitting in that first panel. And this is the part where we're going slow. It'd probably be faster if I would tap the keyboard several times, but nah. I'm gonna do some changes so there's nothing to worry about. Then again, even if I did a complete copy-paste job, big deal. So yeah, Spirit Tea got an update. Already unlocked a couple things. I think the ducks were from last update, but it's only on the current current playthrough. It was the same playthrough that I had last year. I'm just working with the update. And the last playthrough, they had ducks. I didn't get the ducks. Picking up this file to check out the update, I actually found the seller that had the ducks, and because I had been playing without new content for a while, I had the money to get all the ducks and a Poeg. What's the name of that again? A Poeg locator, I think. Poegs are little spirit pigs. And you feed them, and they will leave you a differently colored spirit essence. depending on what you feed them, and you will find it in the same spot they used to be in the next day. Detector is important because like that you get to see where the poig is on the map. Of course, you got to keep in mind that I talk a lot to my electronics and my applications, usually to try and make them work. I try to negotiate with terrorists, is what I'm saying. And like, I didn't actually send them an email. Usually when I see an email that I don't trust, I don't reply to them. Now, DMs and chat messages. Oh, hi, Paul. Just saw you pop up. The chat didn't update yet. There we go. Good afternoon, Shira. I hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. I'll explain in a bit after I'm done talking about scammers. But like email, I don't reply to scamish emails. But I reply a lot to scamish DMs and and chat messages on the Vineart. That it like on my personal Facebook, I have this thing that I call Tales from the Spam Box. And this is a tale from the spam box. Where I'll just really sass out people sending me like obvious scam. Like, I know these scams. People have been trying to scam me on DA for years and it doesn't work because it's so obvious. They got like 2 scams. Let's copy that real quick. And yeah, I'm in a good mood because I cleaned out like 1 wheelie storage yesterday. But wow! First, there was a lot to get rid of. Secondly, it was worth it. And I'm still tired about it today. like, I found. I'm not even sure what this was for. But it's beige and square, so it can't be young. I'm keeping it for now. I found some Jack Jacks. Like, they're not easy to reach. They're currently in my new water bag, but I found a combination, the old large plug for the iPhone. I like to call the iPhone 4 plug. 2 AV cables, so I could try and watch YouTube on an old TV. Also, I gotta check this out. I think I had stored it because it didn't work anymore, but like I still have some stuff that works with a lightning plug. So I'd like to know if it's still broken. If it's still broken, I'm gonna throw it out. I don't want to keep stuff that doesn't work. Case in point, I threw out, like, I had these porcelain paints for the longest time. They completely dried out like this, covering the interior of the bottle, but there is no liquid left. Same goes for 2 of my Fimo glazes. I had to throw out all my Fimo clay because it had turned into rock. Threw out my resin set, my 2 parts resin set, because the B part had completely solidified and turned orange. Oh, a lot of stuff I got rid of. I just finished the college part of the diploma I'm working on. Oh, you're working on a diploma? No, automatic message. I'm not interested in that. Give me back, Paul. Just 7 weeks of placement left. I have a lot of comic reading to catch up on. Excited for the Charybdis book. Yeah, I posted a message lately. The joke is that the other writer is named Lee. And Lee's got the books, and he's going to give them a final once-over. And as he does that, he's going to pack them and send them. It's really close now. It's just that we've had issues. Yes, it's another terrible joke. We all know what the issues are. Let's not talk about that because we're trying to stay in a good mood. So what's that about a diploma, Paul? I'm interested. I am invested in the character development. I want to know what that's about. I'll be a registered therapist by May. Woo! Lord knows we need more of these. This is not sarcasm. That's what I like about Paul. You throw him down, he's going to dust himself a little bit. And then be like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, watch me. You think I can't be this? Well, I'm gonna be that instead. Well, a very polite... Paul is absolutely capable of... but... I'm just going by his tone of voice because he has a very soft voice. Well, at least he does with me. Like... It was so about time, okay? It was so about time that I cleaned out my sculpting storage unit. I found a Canadian penny. If that's not a sign to clean your shit. If not, that's not a sign that you're a filthy bastard. For those of you that are curious, what prompted trying to clean my studio a little bit, or at least get rid of stuff I don't use. For some reason, I got it in my head that I want a resin printer. A cheap little resin printer. But in order to get that, I would need to clean this place the F up. If only to store it when I'm not using it. Ipso facto, I am getting rid of stuff that literally dried out, solidified, is probably a biohazard. Like I pulled out 2 bottles of glitter glue. Like 2 big bottles of glitter glue. And they were like a little bit from pushing on them because they were shaped like regular white school glue. And they had a little divot on each side from constantly squeezing them. And me, usually, when the divot is there, I usually grab the bottle on the lengthwise and then I squish it like this, try and get some air back in and get the shape. Which is what I did. And the bottle shattered in my hand. I am fine. It's just plastic. When I say it shattered, it really just made a loud pop. And I had one big shard of plastic in my hand. So that went to the garbage. Like, I mean, if I really, really wanted, I could have just cracked the bottles open, then just carefully scraped the glue into another container, but you know what? The whole point is to get rid of stuff that's not good anymore. Of course, I put the 3D printer set that I want in my Tron account. It's on sale right now, and I'm just going to keep an eye on the sales. Yeah, I'm inking right away because it's a fairly simple comic today. Now, I believe there are 2 reasons why I am currently obsessing over getting a resin printer. It's because, one, we may be my first placement. That's more important. My first placement was at Pat Stone, which is a mental health facility for youth. My next one is Niagara Children's Center, who work with kids who have severe autism. Oh, that's so nice. See, this is exactly what I mean when I stop in the middle of a story just to read Paul's stuff. That is more important. So we may have somebody who might model some Barbarian Queen Charybdis busts for us. The hard part, of course, was finding a printer. And because I'm one of those idiots that wants to do everything themselves, that's why I'm obsessed with getting a resin printer. Secondly, the other reason I believe I want a resin printer is because I tend to do retail therapy. And when I'm really sad, I want to buy stuff. So instead, I put it in my throne, in my wish lists, in my throne account, and wishing for the best. Because like that, it lets me save up money for bills. Plus, I put it on crowdfunding, so if anybody's listening and they got like $1, you can just put $1 on it. I helped. $1's a dollar. I mean, I found a penny and I'm keeping it, you know? For those who are not familiar, I'm Canadian, we discontinued Canadian pennies. Like, I don't know, a decade ago now? Because I remember them being actively discontinued as I was working at the computer shop. So yeah, that's been a while. I'm constantly reminded of the unending march of time. The unforgiving advance of time. But, as our dear Lord and Savior Cake, the band, said, as soon as you're born, you start dying. So you might as well have a good time. And I will have a good time out of frickin' spite is what I'm gonna do. Because Lord knows it is currently quite difficult. Time to plug another channel for no reason, because I'm not sponsored. I was watching, at the time of recording this live stream, I was watching earlier the latest episode of Doodle Date. And they were exploring a 100-year-old sketchbook. And I'm saying this just like that. In the sketchbook, there was actually a recording of the day right after the end of World War I, I want to say. Because once I start working on anything, my memory is like poof, gone. But I apologize for being so reclusive and quiet for a while. Watching your show is like chatting with friends. Well, I like to believe we're friends. Parasocial much? Well, I'm assuming that you are busy, because working for a diploma, for being a therapist, I assume that's a lot of work. Like, Mom is currently working just on getting her high school diploma, and that is such a hard lot of work. And for those wondering if I'm helping her, not lately, because she was doing her maths, and actually I'm helping her the best by not helping her with math, because I cannot math. I can math with a calculator. I cannot math by my own. I don't want to hear, oh, maybe if you made an effort. Trust me, effort is going on behind those blank eyes. Speaking of ridiculously expensive shit that I put on my throne, I also put an embroidery machine. Now, an embroidery machine, that I've been wanting for a long while. As some of you know, when I have a minute, I do like making toys, and I would like an embroidery machine to make embroidered faces for my toys. And once again, that's on crowdfunding because it is stupid expensive. Now, for those of you who don't know, So Very Unofficial has a Discord channel, and I recently figured out how to make events on the channel. And as of right now, it is working, and it does announce when I am live, either for the Bootleg Cookie livestream or the Color Challenge livestream. Hi, Coco. Paul, tell her the good news. I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, we're going pretty fast today. It's a very, very simple comic today. I'm burping and all I taste is broccoli. I had broccoli and the raw broccoli and the raw cauliflower for lunch because that's all I felt like having. And it's coming back! I scrolled up and saw congrats. Yay! Isn't modern technology wonderful? I'm so proud. And I was talking about earlier how I cleaned out my sculpting storage unit, and it badly needed it. I found a Canadian penny I found cables from my iPhone 4 back when I had one. I found some charging cables that I could still use, but first I want to see if they work first, because I'm pretty sure the unicorn one was dead. So I want to test those. Because I put it in my stupid little head that I apparently want a resin printer, and a washing station, and an air purifier. So I'm cleaning. And I put it on my Tron account to try and convince myself not to spend too much money, especially now. I'm gonna want some income before I think about the outcome. Now I checked like 3 times before I even logged on. The updated end card better be still updated. If not, somebody at Streamlabs is going to get a very strongly worded email. Also, I am loving the, I'm still getting replies in stories back for last week's / this Friday's bootleg cookie. People telling me they look like their moms, they look like their dads, their siblings look like their parent. I had one, this person looks like their grandmother. And it makes both them and their mom happy because they have the same dimply smile. And that is absolutely precious and adorable. Excuse me. As I was saying to one of my friends, like, you see those replies? You see that? That's adorable. Why can't I get more of those? Instead of the weirdos that want to share their kinks so bad in public. Of course, I just go by the assumption that whenever somebody absolutely insists on sharing their kinks with me, is that their actual kink is to make people that presents female uncomfortable. That is the whole point. And now you guys know. Not really for resins I won't go into, plus... For reasons. Oh, okay. Plus my surgery is Friday, so I have to get things ready. Sometimes people typo. I like to make fun of typos, because if somebody makes typos... If somebody... I'm almost done, it's not even 2 o'clock. This is a quick and dirty one, if I ever say so myself. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't think so, because it's still pretty quiet. My Uncle Marcel is here. And of course Lily was singing the Song of Her People while the intro screen was loading, so yeah, I'm glad she finished right before we got online. Sure knows the reasons, but we won't get into those. We will not. Of course, next up I have my fabric storage unit that's over there, actually, that I need to clean out. Like, if my porcelain paint was that dried up, dare I imagine the state of my fabric paint, which was bought in the same decade. Hope that Friday goes as well as it can and you feel better soon. We all hope you feel better soon, Coco. Won't be able to lift more than 10 pounds for 6 weeks, so I wouldn't be able to lift Lily. It's okay, she's polite. She'll climb onto you. Why do I struggle so much finding the textures I need? One day without struggling. Challenge impossible. So everybody that is watching this live or watching the recording of the live stream, send your energy to Coco. Just lift your hands up in the air and wait for the little white balls of energy to float up. Let this be one of many, 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 many lessons in scam emails. Like, I got spam protection on my email, but there's always at least one or two that slip in here and there because they're really good at aping the official emails and web signatures and stuff like that. But usually when I get a message that makes me uncomfortable, if they pretend they're an actual entity, I will go to the actual entity's website and email them about it. I didn't even take, like, barely a sip of water the entire time. That's how fast we worked today. See that typo? Told you guys, if somebody makes typos... That J looks so weird. For those who don't know, Behance is basically an image gallery site owned by Adobe. I know I hate Adobe, but I needed somewhere to put my professional work. First place I found. I also have an art station gallery. I have a Pixiv gallery. So far I put my more anime. I didn't fucking finish talking about phishing and scammers. It's like they know. It's like they know. Inquiry via Kara. Then how is it an email? You know what? Let's go look at my Kara real quick. Notifications. The notifications are normal messages. Nah, nothing here. The words were not out of my mouth. Did you guys see that? Let's share the message with the rest of the class. Inquiry via Kara by Andy Lick. Let's pronounce it Lick. You know, as in the undead creature. Greetings. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Oh my god. Greetings. I'm Dennis. Now, remember that I just said that the email is from Andy Lick. I'm Dennis, and I'm truly impressed by your distinctive artwork showcased on Kara. I am keen to inquire about its availability and pricing, as I am interested in adding it to my collection. I eagerly anticipate your response. Warm regards, Denitis Green. I'm not fucking with ya. Denitis Green. The email is from Andy. They say their name is Dennis, and they sign Denitis. You know what? I'm going back to the big screen for that one. We're done with the comic. Oh, we are going to get educational all up in your ass today. So, Denitis, right here. This looks like it's going to be an NFT Scam. I even typo with my mouth. I'm that talented. So, first of all, they can't keep track of their own name in the same paragraph. The name does not match the signature. And right here, as I am interested in adding it to my collection. Notice it's very vague. It's complimentary. They like to butter you up to really reel you in. Like, I am keen to inquire about its availability and pricing. Who the fuck talks like that? And the minute they say to my collection, immediately, if you reply, they're going to start. Hi, Super Dudette. 808. That's what I thought. I'm gonna write that down so I can correct the end cap later. So yeah, we're finished with the comic for today. But today's comic is literally about a phishing email. And just as I finished the comic, I got another phishing email. You're immune to flattery. I'm immune to flattery from Denitis Green. Can't stay long, just stopping by to check in and see if things have arrived. Things have arrived. Let me see if I can grab the camera. I will continue my little educational thing real quick right after that. The light came. As you can see, the light is here. And after one email to Throne, the company for the paper organizer, finally shipped the fucking thing. And it is here. And it is glorious. And it is holding all my paper. Even, never mind the snacks. Even the little, the teeny tiny sketchbooks that Mom got me. It holds everything. I am thrilled. I can't thank you enough. The scams have been getting over the top lately, haven't they? Oh man, you have no idea. Just on the, get a little lower here. There you go, because I'm short. Just today, I am being swamped with fake meta support accounts on my professional page on Facebook. And I need to reply to them, and by that I mean report. But as I was saying, as soon as they say they want to add it to their collection, they mean their NFT collection. And that's how the scam starts. They want to give you a lot of money. Yeah, right. but they want to buy your art as NFT, and they will link you to an NFT minting website, whatchamacallit, but it is not a real one. Or maybe they will like piggyback on OpenSea's name and stuff like that, like open.c instead of OpenSea. The papers have been organized enough to make room for more snacks. Snacks are important for my well-being. And of course, they tell you to make an account on this NFT website, so you can then mint your art, so they can then buy it. And I'm like, yeah, right. So, therein lies the scam. In order to create an account, if any of you has ever made an account online in their lives, you know damn well it requires your personal information. And if you want to get paid, you need to put in either your PayPal information at least, or at worst, your entire bank information, which they will then proceed to steal, and you're stuck with having handed over your entire life to some dude that claimed that they wanted a JPEG of one of your shit posts. NFTs were a scam from day one. Yes, they were. Yes, indeed, they were. But it's like I keep saying, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, they always try to go for the desperate people. And I'll be the first to say that desperate people aren't... like, they're not a bad thing, it's not their fault. But I am too poor to be desperate. Super dude that knows they've been buying me my, a freaking paper organizer, they've been buying me some furniture, I mean... And I'm poor because I myself keep buying shit so I can work. Best use of NFTs was a fancy receipt for expensive purchases or as a fancy backstage pass for events. The worst one was when Mob Entertainment used NFTs for secret lore for the next chapter of Poppy Playtime. I have more examples. But that, first thing somebody did, I don't remember who it was, but it was a YouTuber. They bought the NFTs and then immediately leaked the lore online. And then Mob was trying to backpedal, like, oh no, we meant for the lore to be shared eventually. It's a good thing I got a rubber thing to cover my keyboard because I just spat all over the place. But yeah, I got like some ridiculously expensive stuff right now on my throne because I am ridiculous. But yeah, you are going to be reported, Mr. Andy Dennis Denitis. I mean, if you gotta program emails to be sent out en masse, please check the script a little bit before sending them. Oh my god, I had another one recently. Let me just open my DA, because that's where I get the most, on DA. They see an artist and they think, oh, they must be itching for money. I am indeed itching for money. I just don't believe you. So here we go. Katie6690. I don't mind leaking these names because these people don't exist. They're scammers. They'll create an account. If they get too many public complaints, they just shut down the account and open another one. Paul, your comic looks awesome. Thank you for taking the time to share your drawing skills and humor with us every week. Thank you, Paul. And there you go, Katie6690. Are you available for commission? And I reply, are you for real? And then I screenshot my chat message, because right under her there is Katie668, who tried to scam me the week before. Like, literally, we got Katie6690 and Katie668. And I'm like... And right after that, girl, your account is 1 day old, like a number off the last time you're trying to scam me. Are you for serious right now? And then she blocked me. And the previous Katie668 shut down her account. You can tell when you go on Divine Art and you see names that are completely barred off. The account has been shut down by the owner. And the first time she tried to scam me, are you available for commission? And me, usually, I immediately go to the account when somebody contacts me on Divine Art. And when they're empty, or when, like, they do have art. Yeah, I like seeing your mug every week. Aw. Stop that. And every time, like, sometimes there's art, but like, there's no name on the art. Like, it's just a keyboard smash. And there are public comments on the page calling the Katie668 a scammer. So I took a screenshot of that and sent it back to her with the caption, "This you?" Yes. Well, gold star for your honesty. Now go away and stop scamming people. And she replies again, "But me, this is not me. That. Go away. Stop scamming people." And then the week after, she comes back with one number different. 2 if you count to 0. Are you taking commissions? Not from you, no. So yeah, that's a thing that happens. Oh man, maybe I should clip that. How to recognize when you're being fucked up the ass by a scammer. I'll be high out of my gourd if I watch next week, but as a straight off for yeeting this misbehaving uterus. It's gonna be an outerus! Yes! Now, because Paul gave us the send-off, we are going to the bookend. Because what's left to talk about at this point than more scams? It's a whole series. It's called Tales from the Spam Box. So, now work correctly. Yes! So here we go. Now we can properly thank all our supporters on various platforms. Extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkles, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, Tapas, Throne, Amber B, Paul K, Miss Innovis, Sir E, Other Bad at Multiplayer, Matthew H, Winter the Kitten, and part-time support booties, Super Dude at 808, which I will add after the stream, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Let me just take a look at the calendar real quick. Where are we? Okay, yes. So, next Saturday is going to be the first of the month, and I don't have to wait on old colors anymore. So, next weekend is going to be a full weekend of live stream. So, Saturday, March 1st, from what I am seeing, sorry, it's going to be, Clip Studio 4 is going to release, so I'm going to keep a close eye on that. And there's going to be the Color Challenge live stream, so keep an eye out on the Sober and Official Instagram stories for your chance to drop in a request that I will then put on the Wheel of Morality, and if you're lucky, the Wheel of Morality will consider your request moral. Goodbye, hot stuff. Goodbye, Super Dudette. And I may draw it on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, the next day, March 2nd, Sunday, March 2nd, it's going to be the regular Bootleg Cookie live stream. See you next time. I can drop by. Yeah, you can drop by whenever you want. And at least these are recorded on YouTube. So if you want to see me rant for a couple of hours, I'm right there. You just can't participate because it's going to be recorded. And of course the Bootleg Cookie, the regular Bootleg Cookie live stream on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it. And I'll see you guys next weekend. I love you all. And bye-bye.